First match is going to be great. It's going to be fun. There's going to be lots of marks thrown, I'm sure. And the best bowler is going to win.
I think I'm going to face Tina in the finals.
Nervous, excited, all of the above. I mean, the ladder that we have is just amazing. The caliber of bowling is going to be really high, and I'm excited to get going.
It doesn't matter if it's TV taping day or not. It's just like any other time you walk into a competition. You shouldn't have any nerves. Maybe once in a while you might feel a little nervous, but for the most part, I don't. Not anymore.
That's my goal. I want to throw against those guys again and make it to the top.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another special edition of Classic Candlepins. We are at the start of a new ladder from downtown Amesbury. I'm here with former participant, or past participant, Nick Zuffolato, and we are ready to roll for our women's ladder. This is the first match of a new ladder. We have the challenger, Kristy Lipke, threw a 559 out of Bedford, New Hampshire, facing off against Melissa Caissie, the 4 seed, who threw a 570. Nick, this should be fantastic bowling.
Absolutely. We have two veteran female bowlers.
Yes.
Both very talented bowlers in their own rights. Expect nothing but a great match, absolutely.
A lot of strikes, a lot of spares, and we'll be back with the action after this. Time out. All right, everybody, welcome back to downtown Amesbury for the exciting start of our first ladder, first match of the women's ladder. Kristy Lipke is going to get us started, and a little handshake between the contestants there. I am here once again with Nick Zuffolato, who has participated in our program before, but Mark Ricci's taken over the director's seat because Melissa Caissie who's normally our director, is bowling this match. Welcome, Nick.
Very excited to be here.
Yeah,
This will be a fun day. Sure, we're going to see plenty of good bowling.
As we have in your matches.
Well, a little outside for Kristy. Looking for a big out here.
Kristy hails from Bedford, New Hampshire. She has a 114 league average.
Oh, outstanding 10 right there.
Great out there.
Great shot. Going to move over to lane 6 and hope she can find that ball on the first pitch. A little outside there.
That's closer to what she was looking for in her first ball.
Favorable leave, though. Hopefully split the 2 and carry that 10 pin down with it.
1-3-10 with wood. And just a little full on the front pin.
It was a great try by Kristy. Great 10.
2 10s to start out for Kristy Lipke. And we'll get our first look at Melissa Caissie. Melissa participated in our program last year during the women's ladder. She qualified at number 4 to throw throwing a 570 for this series.
A little backdoor help. He's up the 1, 2, 6, 9, 10. A little wood in the back there. Shouldn't be a factor in this. Just outside.
Melissa does not have a current league average because she's not bowling full-time, but her high single is 191. Very impressive.
Melissa's a very, very talented female bowler. She's been absent from the circuit as of late, but everybody that knows Melissa knows what she is capable of.
Yeah, very, not even just her first and last name, but last name alone. The family of bowlers that she's involved with is quite well known.
Absolutely.
Melissa starts with an 8 box, and she's got the 4 horsemen left plus the 9 pin.
It's a very difficult shot to make.
Always.
It seems like you always leave up 1 pin no matter where you hit it. Oh, just missed.
So both bowlers will be open to start out. So a pair of 8s for 16 after 2.
We get our second look at Kristy Lipke. She steps up on lane number 7. That's a great first ball. Tough split. Should be looking at the 2, 4, 7, 10 with no wood. A little outside.
Nick, Kristy sports a high single of a 201.
Does she really?
Absolutely, yes. That is fantastic.
There's part of me that is a great out by Kristy. Maybe carry the other one. Oh. Be a 9 box for Kristy. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me in a way. Kristy is a top female bowler.
Right.
I've bowled against Kristy in some of the mixed tournaments that are held, and she's always a fierce competitor. She always brings her A game no matter what.
Oh, she can certainly hold her own. And she goes outside for the spare.
Great shot. That'll put Kristy on the board nice and early. And Melissa's going to step up and hope to follow Kristy. Oh, beautiful head pin hit. It's a little too full. She leaves a little split up there.
2, 4, 6 with wood in the back, Nick. What would you do? Would you split them or play the right side of the 2-pin?
You know, I'm going to try to split them. Yeah, it looked like she had that idea too.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, the tough thing with playing the outside of 2-1 splits, you really don't know if the pin's going to react in a way that it's going to carry over to the other side.
Right.
She gets a great 10 box out of that, though, nonetheless.
Great out for sure. I guess it depends more on the sidewalls than anything.
That's, yeah, and I'll agree with you 100% on that. It really depends on where you bowl, but I think you want to have the mentality, you know, you want to play the shot the same way no matter where you are. Beautiful hit.
Great ball. Solid 5-pin still standing. As a piece of wood. Yeah, it looks like it's going to roll into the channel or not, but it's not going to be a factor.
She's right at it.
And she matches Kristy's spare.
So our ladies getting on the board nice and early in this one.
And that is not an accurate score.
Just misses. Kristy's going to fill her spare with a 4. And look at this. What a great, oh, beautiful shot by Kristy. That's a great shot down there. Way to stay with it. Oh, and a beautiful head pin. Wow. Look at that. Great fill, great fill.
3 in a row for Kristy Lipke.
That is a great trip up there. It's a great way to bounce back from that 4
A very short trip up there.
Very short.
3 balls. Good for her.
Melissa's going to want to follow that for sure.
There's the bonus ball. Just 4.
Very tough, very difficult leave up there.
1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at this.
Oh, almost makes it.
God.
Leaves the 6 standing.
Great try by Melissa.
Great bid.
That's another one of those leaves we talked earlier about, the 4 horsemen plus 1. That's a leave, too, where it seems like a great 10 by Melissa. It just seems like you always leave up 1 pin, no matter where you play it.
Very, very, you need the proper mix for it to go. And
exactly.
It doesn't always happen.
Melissa's a little outside on her first pitch. She comes back with a great second ball. Oof.
Good bid. 4-7 left standing. Piece of wood out front.
She's looking for a 10 out of this for sure.
And she gets by
just
it.
A little outside.
So with an updated scoreboard, we have Kristy Lipke at 63 plus 2 bonus balls to Melissa Caissie's 58 through 6 boxes.
Still a very close match. Very early in the match.
A lot of bowling to go. 3-string matches, anything can swing.
Absolutely.
Here's the bonus ball.
Kristy. Very
good hit, but 4-5-7. Tough leave.
This is a very tough leave.
Not impossible, though.
No. The way I always play it is, it was a great try. She went probably thinking just go for the fill. But nonetheless, a 9 fill for Kristy.
And a 9 box.
See, that's one of those shots where no matter where you're at, you have to play it off the wall.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's almost no way to cut that 4 into the 5.
It's a very difficult leave. Comes right back with another beautiful pitch.
Very similar.
She leaves up the
5, 7, 9. Excuse me.
No wood either, Frank. Oh, great try.
I think she was trying to cut that 5 into the 7. Good bid.
Yeah, you don't want to. Great try. Great box.
All right, we will see the response of Melissa Caissie, starting off on lane 7 in box 7.
See if she can throw that second ball that she had working earlier.
Nick, her high triple is a 452.
Again, it's punch through the Worcester. It doesn't surprise me in a way. Melissa is just, even though, like I said earlier in this broadcast, she may have been out of the circuit for a couple of years now, but get over it. Great try by Melissa. She may have been out of action for a couple of years, but she is just an absolutely phenomenal bowler. I haven't had the privilege of watching her too much, but it seems like the couple times that I have seen her bowl, she's been so explosive.
Right. So a 10 box for Melissa. She's at 68 through 7. And if she can put a mark up here, she'll put herself in a good spot.
Absolutely. Oh, there's a beautiful ball, and she leaves up this cluster.
That's unfortunate. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No wood.
It's a very strange leave.
Great ball, too.
That was a very great ball. Oh, an even better bid. She definitely had the right idea playing that triangle left.
Right.
An 8 bucks for Melissa. There's certainly no luck on that pitch, Frank.
Right. to leave that type of setup there is not very favorable, but
it's almost frustrating when you do something like that too. You throw such a beautiful ball and you look at something you're not used to looking at.
Right. It's can't control it.
No.
1, 3, 6, 9 for Kristy. Bounced that one a little bit and got away from her.
And she stays with it for an 8 bucks.
Kristy will break the century mark for the first string, and we'll see how she does.
A little fall on the head pin. She leaves up the 3, 4, 6, 10 with a little piece of wood in the back. I think it'll be a factor, though.
And look at this. Just gets by that 6 rather.
Very close bid. Very close.
Excuse me. I'm all over the place, Nick.
That's okay. It's early in the morning, Frank. We have 9 bucks for Kristy.
She'll finish with a 107. And Melissa will need a mark to reach 100.
This is definitely where she'll want to finish. Get a little momentum going into the next string.
Good profile of her there. And looked good going down, but just got by the head pin. Takes out the left side.
This ball, looked better than that.
A little too heavy on number 1.
Plucks out the 1-9 on that ball.
And a 7 box.
So definitely want to bounce back here.
Through boxes completed, a difference of 15 pins in Kristy's favor.
It's still very early in the match.
Oh yeah.
Still very, very early.
And
Again, a great ball by Melissa, but she looks at another split.
that looked real good going down, Nick.
I thought that pin
4,
was
7,
gonna wobble.
10.
Yeah,
I don't hate this shot though, Nick. She's got the wood. If she plays it right, it could swing over there. And look at this! Oh, wow!
You know something? I didn't really like that wood. It wasn't at a very favorable angle. I didn't see that happening, but nonetheless, still a great try.
Through our first string, we have Melissa Caissie at 91, Kristy Lipke 107, difference of 16 pins. Nick, long way to go.
Absolutely.
And
Anything can happen in 2 games.
Right, and we will continue with our second string action from downtown Amesbury on Classic Candlepins after this timeout.
I'm Jessica Stockton, and you're watching Classic Candlepins.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to string number 2 of Classic Candlepins. This is the first matchup of our ladies' ladder after a brief scoring error. I want to bring you up to speed. It was actually 63.5 for Kristy Lipke. That puts her at 117. So Melissa is going to get us started in our second string. Nick, sometimes we can't rely on these computers very much. You know, we have to just do old-fashioned arithmetic.
Oh, yeah.
It happens.
Well, damn technology.
Right. And here's Melissa Caissie. 1, 2, 7, 8.
It's a very good mixing ball.
Better than the last one she threw, you know. And she was on the head pin in that last one.
Right. I mean, just a little outside.
Just missed it.
She's looking to grind away.
For those of you at home, you'll notice that Melissa's wearing a shirt indicating that she was on the Comcast show at one point. So that'll give you an idea of how long she's been bowling. That show's been off the air for quite some time.
She has plenty of accolades to her name, too. She, beautiful head pin hit. It's a lot better than some of the leaves she's been looking at.
Right, 2, 5, 7 with wood. If she splits the 2, 5, she should be in good shape, Freshie.
I'm a little worried about that wood touching in the back.
I could see why.
See that? I would have tried doing the same thing that she just did. But I think if you split it, that cap that was peeking right behind that 4-pin, or sorry, the 2-pin would have stopped it. So not as easy as it looks, that's for sure.
Good try nonetheless.
Absolutely. She was on her object and just a little bit of an unfortunate break.
And here we have Kristy Lipke, who has a pretty solid lead through the first string. And she's got a spread eagle.
Just got to grind away at this one.
Very difficult shot, but
It is a very difficult.
it'll go. And she gets through the middle again.
This is one of those shots that requires just extreme precision and a little bit of luck.
Right. You want, your goal is to really get out of this with as many pins as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she takes out one side, $7.
$7.
And of course, that's your goal with every box, but
Well, absolutely. I mean,
you're looking to mark in other boxes. In a spread eagle situation, you want a $10.
so, yeah, I agree with you. Well, okay, she leaves a split off the head pin, but she's got a little bit of favorable wood.
2, 4, 6, 10.
She should be able to just split these right over and have that wood guided over.
And she does. What a shot.
Excellent shot by Kristy Lipke. Couldn't have played it any better, Frank.
Absolutely.
We'll see Melissa step up and try to get herself going here. Excellent ball.
There it goes.
It's just hard enough. Just hard enough. Melissa finally gets a little love off her first ball. Beautiful first ball.
That was a crowd pleaser for sure. We have a
Absolutely.
decent gallery on hand today, Nick.
This is great to see. I can't blame them. This is a great ladder that we have in front of us.
It is. Here's the bonus.
Oh.
And check mark right plus the 4-pin. She's got another bonus ball.
I do like this. I like this leave a lot, Frank.
It's not a bad setup.
It really isn't.
and
Just missed. Just missed.
just missed the object. I think she was going for that 5-pin or 6-pin for a fill of 7. And 7 box. 43 through 4 for Melissa Caissie. But Kristy Lipke is filling a spare.
Yeah. If Melissa keeps throwing that ball all day, there's no way she's going to keep looking at these splits.
Right.
As I always say, they have to break up eventually.
And the wobbling 7-pin's not going to go. Fill of 4.
Brings Kristy to 21 through 2. Going outside.
Just a little thin on the head pin. She had the right idea.
She did. I probably would have done the same thing too. Tough 7 balls.
That'll be a 7 for Kristy. So Melissa will gain 3 pins and count through that. Or 6 rather.
Great head pin pitch. A little thin. She leaves the diamond left. Again, Frank, I feel like, again, to continue our discussion, or our continuing discussion on...
Just too good on it.
Like I was saying, a continuing discussion on some of the leaves where you feel you always leave 1 pin up. I feel the diamond's the same way.
Yeah. It's a very difficult shot.
It is not easy by any means whatsoever.
So an 8 box for Kristy brings her to 36 through 4. Difference of 19 in the match.
Yeah, Melissa gained, in that swing, she gained 9 pins. So she'll want to keep staying on that head pin, just keep crushing it. And she plucks out the 3, 5, 8. Very strange combo of pins to take out on your first ball.
Just by the object pin.
Just going to want to grind away for as many pins as possible and come back. That's the smart way.
7 box. Melissa is also part of the proprietorship of this establishment, downtown Williamsbury.
Yes, that's correct.
She's owner of 2 team world records. She's won the women's 20-stringer that used to be held in the past.
Yes, I was unaware of that until our taping had begun. I mean, that's a very large accomplishment.
Right.
I mean, 20 strings, that's a very long day.
I could never do it.
I'm going to be giving it a whirl for my first time this year.
Oh,
So
good luck to you.
yeah, thank you. It'll be fun.
Yeah, tough,
It's a tough
6
6.
box. Still a long way to go.
So Kristy's going to step up and see if she can get something going again.
Kristy has won 3 events in the former Pro Tour. Oh, a big ball there.
Oh.
Leaves just the 7-pin. She has won 2 world championships, an international championship. She's made an appearance on the Comcast show. Oh, she just got by that 7-pin. And she was the 2014 ICBA singles champion. Impressive resume.
Wow, she's also got a great 10 bucks by Kristy. She's also won the mixed teams tournament held up in Windham, New Hampshire.
Yes, the June tournament.
Yeah, she's won that I believe once or twice with the team that she's bowled for quite a while now. I want to say 4 or 5 years.
4 horsemen left, plus the 9. And look.
Oh my goodness. Sometimes you wonder how the heck that happens.
That's tough.
It's very strange, some of the things you see in this sport.
And that's why we keep coming back. Through 6, Kristy Lipke is at a 54 to Melissa's 56. Difference of 24 pins throughout the match. We're just about halfway through.
Well, Melissa's gained 2 pins up until this point.
There's a big ball.
Well, we're all in a bunch for her. Ball absolutely takes this.
Oh, sure. She's got a little bit of a right to left hook,
Yeah,
if you've noticed.
Look at this.
And she gets right in there.
Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. So now Melissa's going to have to keep throwing that first ball. Something's got to give for her.
Right.
She's been throwing a great first ball when the ball's meeting the hip and pocket.
Here's the bonus. Looks good.
Oh, look at
And
this.
still of 7. She's looking at the 6, 7, 10, and 2 pieces of wood, which I think, Nick, could be helpful to her.
I think this wood is perfectly placed. Her ball should take this.
And just by that
just
6 pin.
missed. Just missed. Definitely want to get a big out of this.
And that's what she was going for, but it wasn't there. But she does apply some pressure to Kristy,
Absolutely.
who has only got 1 mark so far through this string. And a good-looking ball has got the big 5.
Just a little too full on that pitch. But her ball works in a way that this shot will, she should be able to slice it right over. Yeah, right
Just
through the
by it.
hole. So she's gonna want to grab some pins here. $7.
Interesting fact about Kristy is that she is a New England Patriots season ticket holder. Huge football fan, she says.
She is a very big football fan. It seems like every time I see her, she's in Patriots attire.
$147 with wood. You want to be in that front one, Nick.
Yeah, really not much else you can do.
And look at that.
Great try by Kristy.
The wood almost looked like it was going to take it out, but it just spun around it, just got by it. And she'll have a 9 box.
$9 out of it.
So with Melissa spare, that cuts her Kristy's lead down to 14 from 24.
Yeah, she's gained a total of 10 pins up until this point.
So we got a good match brewing, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show you got to grind as much as you can for every single pin.
1, 2, 6, 10.
Well, the way that Melissa throws her ball, I'm splitting these two and hoping that the head pin drives into the other two.
Oh! She just got by it.
Couldn't get much closer than that, Frank. Really can't. $7 for Melissa. She's gonna want to finish big here.
Indeed she will.
We all know what Kristy is capable of, and don't want to give her too much of an opening here going into the last two with the second string.
Look good going down. She's left with the spread eagle. Tough break, Nick.
Yeah, absolutely. We discussed earlier, you just got to get as many pins as you can at this point. It's such a difficult leave to convert. Plucks 1.
A little too fine on that 3 pin. Probably, I would assume she'd go for the 3 on the left now.
Yeah, you got to assume that.
And 6 box.
A little too far left.
95, so she's improved over her last string. Kristy is currently at a 70 with 2 boxes to go in the second string.
Let's see if Kristy can do a little damage these last two and try to get herself back in the lead for the second game.
Just by the head pin. Only takes out 3 that time.
A little wide right. Smart move by Kristy to go for the 2.
8 box for 78.
I feel like a lot of times when you're faced with a leave like that, sometimes you get a little, what's the right word I'm looking for? You try to go for more when you shouldn't, and sometimes that can hurt you.
Get a little greedy sometimes.
Yeah. So Kristy definitely had the right idea on that one. Great bid. She definitely want to get the 2 and just get out of this game.
She gets by it. So she'll finish with an 85 string. Difference of 16 between our bowlers in the match. 95 to 85. And current total of 202 for Kristy Lipke and 186 for Melissa Caissie. We'll be back with third string action in the conclusion of our exciting first round matchup of our third ladder series of Classic Candlepins after this timeout.
Hi, I'm Tina Ward, and you're watching Classic Candlepins.
All right, everyone, welcome back to downtown Amesbury for string 3 of Classic Candlepins. This is our first ladder matchup of our third ladder of the entire season 2.0. I am with Nick Zuffalato, and Kristy Lipke is on lane 7, about to start string number 3. She is at 202 through 2 against Melissa Caissie's 186 through 2. And she gets us started off with a big hit.
It's a great way to get the game going.
6 and 10 still standing. She's got a piece of wood out front, but I don't know if our viewers can see that perpendicular wood.
Have to go right there.
And she makes it.
Yeah, with that wood behind it, that was definitely the right call on that. It was a great read by Kristy Lipke, for sure.
Let's see how she fills it.
It's the right way to get a game going, especially in what is still considered a close match.
Yeah, anything can happen. And a
Tough fill.
Half Worcester for a 2 fill. Still maintains her lead. And she's going to go for that and almost.
Oh my!
Almost make
God, what a great try!
Wow, can't come much closer than that, Nick.
Absolutely not. Pin was wiggling. She goes by it.
9 box nonetheless makes the spare count because she's
now
21 through 2.
Now Melissa steps up. She's going to put the pedal to the floor at this rate. Just keep throwing that great first ball she's been throwing.
Melissa's a mother of 2. Dominic is age 7 and Brianna age 3. She's engaged to our director, Mark Ricci. Almost takes out the 4 horsemen the unconventional way. She also is a fan of different types of bowling tournaments, meaning 3-6-9s, odd pins, and so forth.
Right. I love seeing tournaments like that. It's always nice to see some exciting new formats, you know?
Well, it's good to engage the non-professional community.
True, very true.
Of bowlers, because it gives them a chance to score things differently. Melissa gets us going on lane 6.
Melissa's got a working ball now.
Absolutely. 5, 6, 10 with wood.
I'm going to go left side of that front wood and try to twirl it in.
I agree.
Oh my goodness.
That's not what I expected.
Just a little too full on that cap.
Looked good going down.
I thought the ball would have still carried it though.
And she picks it up that time for 19 through 2. Difference of 18 in the match. And here's Kristy Lipke again. She is also a mother of 3 children.
Wow. That looked a lot better than that.
It did. 4, 5, 7 with wood. Nick, what would you do here?
You know, this is going to sound crazy, but I'm going below the red line of that right wood. My thought behind it is the ball should carry into the 5, but maybe that wood spins off the wall if you throw it hard enough and it shoots over for the 2.
Let's see. That may
not.
have done it. $10 for Kristy. And a big head pin hit. She gets the 10 to carry, but she's left with the 7-8 with wood. And she's got a piece of wood on the right that she may want to consider, Nick.
Yeah,
it's a little far away, but
you gotta be very precise with this. So.
You do.
She opts to go left.
Look at this! Oh, wow! The ball almost took her out. Went by it twice.
It was a great try by Kristy. That's kind of what you got to hope for when you go at that side for the ball to bounce off.
So she'll have a 9 box. She's at 40 through 4. I think that piece of the wood on the right was a little too risky, Nick.
I think it was too. It was angled at a point where, I personally wouldn't have tried it, but.
And a half Worcester for Melissa.
Just takes out the triangle left. You want to look for a big out to come back.
Right. I don't think I mentioned, Nick, that Melissa was also the WCBC Bowler of the Year and Rookie of the Year.
Oh, really?
And good out there.
That was a great out of that.
This is her 3rd television appearance.
See, that's something that surprises me. I feel somebody of her caliber would have more television appearances, but...
I think the unfortunate thing is there's not enough resources for the women Candlepin scene, the ladies Candlepin scene.
That's very true as well. That's a good point.
But that's why we have this great ladder.
Absolutely.
And Melissa's going to make a bid at the 4 horsemen left and the triangle on the right.
She's going to want to just go for the 3 and get the 9 box. Whatever she does, she goes for it, but gets a 7 box out of it.
She's at 34 opposed to Kristy's 40. Difference of 22 in the match with 6 boxes to go. It's still anybody's game, Nick.
I was just about to say it's still early in the 3rd game where a couple back-to-back marks changes the whole game.
Big 9 drop for Kristy. She's looking at just the 8 pin. I think she wants that piece of wood to roll away, though, Nick.
Yeah, if that wood comes too far up, you have a chance of the ball ricocheting to the right and the pin spinning around it.
And she is all over it for a spare. So this is a big bonus ball, Nick.
Yeah, she's going to want to look to apply a lot of pressure here and just try to keep it going, basically. I mean,
and she does that with the 6 fill. She's looking at the diamond. Just gets by that.
Plucks out the 4 pin. A great 9 box out of that, though. Brings Kristy to 65 through 6. Melissa steps up, and she's going to want to look to answer Kristy's spare right here.
It's certainly go time for Melissa.
Absolutely.
Takes out 4 in her 3 rather in her first ball.
Well, it's a great comeback ball.
Oh, that looks so good going down.
Wow.
Nick. Wow. No luck there for Melissa. And looking at a pretty odd leave at the moment.
This is a very, very uncommon leave, that's for sure.
And another 7 box for Melissa. She's at 43 at the half. I want to thank you for joining us today, enjoying our program. Hope you subscribe to us on YouTube and check out our
Oh, that's a
Facebook
great
page.
pitch.
Great ball by
She's got
Melissa.
to be careful of this wood, though.
Would you play left, Nick?
You know, I'm probably going right at the pin.
She does.
So, yeah,
and she's got it.
that.
Great
Great
shot.
shot. That's much needed right there, Frank.
Indeed.
It's never too late. She's got 4 boxes plus a ball.
She's at 51 plus.
So she'll be down 31, but minus a ball.
Big hit by Kristy.
Kristy, what a great ball.
Again, looking at the 7-pin.
Let's see if she can convert it this time. Try to keep the pressure on Melissa.
Looks good.
She's
got
over
it.
And Frank, she's going to want to do that at this point because you do not want to give Melissa the opportunity to run away with it.
Indeed, and you can see that Joanne Rosano is waiting in the wings in the background in our gallery.
Yes, Joanne will be taking on the winner of this match, which we will see next week.
Bonus ball, and she's going to get a mix out of that. Fill of 6. She's at 81, and she's looking at the 1, 7, 8, 9. Got wood in the back.
I'm going right side of the head pin on
Right,
this.
I agree.
Which
She does. And look at that. Wow.
What a great try. Frank, you can't do much better than that.
No,
you really
she leaves
can't.
just a 7-pin. Wood is rolling toward it.
Oh.
And look at that. It danced with it a little bit. Didn't knock it over, though. And she will pick it up for a 10 box.
It's a great grind. 91 through 8 for Kristy.
And Melissa's filling a spare here.
She's going to want to have a big ball right here.
Looks good
Looks
going
good.
down.
That's just been the story of Melissa's day, Frank. When she finds that head pin, it just seems like she gets splits after split.
Right, the big 5.
She goes, just missed. It's a good 9 box. Bring it a 65 through 7. Frank, right now would be a great time to hang one. Hang one again.
Yeah, she's looking at a mark out situation at this point. Takes out just the left side.
We've seen Melissa make this, I believe, earlier for a 10, so she's going to need this. Looks good. Oh my.
Same story, Nick. Throwing a great ball and really not taking much out.
It's just been the unfortunate tale of Melissa's day. I mean, we've seen it all throughout our match. She's chugging away, though. She's definitely getting a lot of bad luck on her side.
So that'll be a 9 box. 91 for Crispy. Crispy. I think I said Crispy. Kristy. Sorry, Kristy. And she gets mad and throws a big ball there. 74 from Melissa. Difference of 33 through the match.
She's just going to want to get as much as she can on the way out.
Right. And that's what she was afraid of. Saw the body English there. So she'll be open in the 9th. Just gets by that one. She's at an even 100.
She's going to still want to put a mark on. I mean,
yeah, you really never know what Melissa's capable of.
That's exactly the point.
I mean, I've seen Melissa throw double strikes with ease.
Her scores up until this point do not reflect what she is capable of, and like I said, you do not want to give Melissa that opportunity. Oh, a little too late on the head pin. Plucks out the 1-4 on that, which is very strange.
Right.
She's going to want to get as many pins as she can.
And she does with the 10 box.
10.
Great exhibition of pinning.
Yeah, she left up 3-4 pins.
That goes a long way, Nick.
It absolutely does. And Melissa needs it here. She gets it.
Wow. Looking at just the 8. She's got a similar situation, though, that Kristy had with that piece of wood, Nick. I don't like
Frank,
it.
I'm going at the 9 pin almost.
Yeah, you want to get the cap. And look at that. Unfortunate. That's tough.
That was a great try.
So that'll make it mathematically impossible for Melissa to catch up.
Yeah.
Kristy will move on. Some good action.
Now
from
she
Melissa.
gets a little luck on her
Right.
side.
Too little, too late. Not like you said, not a reflection
No, it
of
really
Melissa's
isn't.
capabilities, and that is more like a reflection of Melissa's day.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. She put the ball right there and just didn't get much of a mix on anything. Finishes with the 10 box nonetheless. 312 to 279. Kristy Lipke, as they show a little bit of friendly emotion there, will move on to take on seasoned veteran Nick, Joanne Rosano.
No stranger to TV.
Absolutely not. So we'll be back to talk with our runner-up, Melissa Caissie. And after this, timeout.
I'm Melissa Caissie, and you're watching Classic Candlepins.
All right, everyone, welcome back to Classic Candlepins. We are here with our runner-up of our first round matchup of our women's ladder, Melissa Caissie, who lost to Kristy's 312. Melissa, I think you were throwing a pretty good ball, but it really just didn't reflect on the score sheet. And it's your third appearance, so I don't think the TV was, the cameras were affecting you, but how was your day?
It wasn't the cameras, it was just I haven't bowled in over a year. Or I bowled over the summer, but I haven't put the shoes on since August.
I overheard you mention that, and just, the fact that you qualified is amazing, that you haven't bowled since August. And
I came, I gave it my shot, and pins didn't like me today.
Melissa, just to comment further on what Frank said, you were rolling a much better ball than what the scores reflected. Your first ball, even when you put it in the head pin, it just wasn't working. Your second ball, same thing, but what are you going to do on that? It's a tough day. Just come back strong.
That's all it is, and I'll be back next year.
That's it. That's
we're
good.
very confident about that. So next week, Kristy Lipke will take on Joanne Rosano, who qualified at our third seed on Classic Candlepins. We hope to see you there, and we hope you watch us.